So all of a sudden you found yourself in your house for 2 weeks, maybe more, and you've got to figure out a way to feed yourself and your family for that amount of time without going to the grocery store or the supermarket every time you need food. So what I'm going to show you today is with just a couple of steps how you can get yourself prepared and ready to be able to feed everyone in your house for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And at the end of the video, if you're interested in getting my PDF download on the meal planning, you just click on the link, enter your name and email address, and I'll send that off to you. Hey there, I'm Deborah from Journey to Wellness, where we work on moving, eating healthy, and just living our best life. So here we are in the middle of a world pandemic with this COVID-19 virus, and a lot of us are self-isolating for as long as necessary, whether it's 14 days or longer. Some of us are required to stay put, are required to self-isolate. And there's a lot of things that we have to work through, especially those of us that aren't used to not being able to go out and get things when we want it. And the biggest thing right now is, okay, I need to feed myself and I need to feed my family for the next couple of weeks. What starts to happen is, all of a sudden, if you're used to being able to go to the grocery store or the supermarket anytime you want to make a meal, all of a sudden, that's not something that you're able to do. And you don't want to be asking your neighbor to go get you groceries every single day when you're trying to make a meal. So a lot of planning can come into play and really play a big part in your comfort and the comfort of those around you. So what I have done is, and I did this a couple of years ago for myself, we were cut off physically, they were redoing a bridge. We were cut off physically from our grocery store for a period of, I think it was 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks. And I started creating these meal plans for my family and just doing one big shopping trip every 2 weeks. So I would take the long way around to a grocery store and I would do this for every 2 weeks. And I started thinking about it a few days ago where I'm like, okay, I'm going to be home again for a little while and I need to make sure that I want to do this. Normally I'll do 1 week at a time, but I said, you know what, I'm going to give the 2 or 3 weeks a shot and see how it goes. I went a couple of days ago and I got all of my groceries, and I think honestly I am set definitely for the next 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. So I want to share that with you. I want to share with you how I go about doing that. The video I'm going to share with you is actually one that I do with my online program. I run some online programs, 3 of them a year. It's the 8-week body transformation challenge. And as a part of that, I show these weekly video coaching sessions, and one of them is about meal planning. So if you're watching this and our COVID-19 pandemic is over, oh, thankfully, that means we made it and we survived and we're moving on, and you're just here just for some meal planning, then absolutely this is going to be a great one for you. So not only can it help us eat better because we're more aware, it can save on food waste because we know exactly what we're supposed to be eating. We're only going to purchase what we need. And it also can save quite a bit of money because you're not going to the grocery store every single time you need to buy something. And we all know what happens when we do that. We usually end up picking up a few extra things. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to jump right into the video so you can see my step-by-step process. And remember, this could be just one person. This could be a family of 10. It works for everybody. So have a look at it. And if you like what you see, I do ask that you click the subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And there's a little bell that you can click. When you click on that, you'll get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you want to see more videos like this, whether it's meal planning, nutrition, exercise, just let me know. Please leave a comment, let me know, and I would love to create some more videos. So let's head over to the video and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, now I'm going to get into my meal planning. So this is my meal planning with my family. And this is not just about calories. This is not just about eating really healthy. This is about planning your time, saving money, and still eating well. So that's what this meal plan is about. Now, sometimes I do this on Word. Sometimes I'll just put it in a little notebook. Okay, I think that's the one. Yes, there we go. Okay, so my step-by-step on how I do some meal planning. This is for 2 weeks, at least definitely 1 week, sometimes 2 weeks at a time. And this is how I plan it out. And this can be done for any size family or for yourself. It's not limited to anything. This just happens to be my family's way of doing it, and it really does work. I save a lot of money doing this. I save a lot of time. I save a lot of headache. Everybody knows what we're eating, what we're going to have. And I know that I have everything in my house that I need, and I don't have to panic or run to the grocery store at the last minute. So I'm going to take you step by step what I do. So again, this is in a Word document just so I can show you, but sometimes I'll just do this in a little notebook. So the freezer inventory is my first part, and this is usually something I do with my husband. I get my notebook and he sticks his head in the freezer and lets me know kind of the big stuff that's in there, that's still in our freezer. Because a lot of times what I will do is when I do go to the meat market, or if something is really marked down low, then I will stock up a little bit on that when that's available. So sometimes I'll just throw that in, and you lose track. We all lose track of what's in our freezer. So this is a really good way of digging to the bottom. If you're somebody who throws stuff in and forgets about it, dig to the bottom, find out what's there, and then work through what you have before you go buy anything else. So on this particular week that I did this, we had 4 packs of hamburger meat, 2 full chickens, a large ham, 2 small hams, a large pork loin, 1 pack of bacon, 8 pork chops, 10 chicken drumsticks, 8 full chicken legs, and 1 pack of chicken wings. Okay, so that's what was in our freezer for that week. So the next step, what I do is I then start looking at my weekly plan. And this is where the calendar comes out, because I have to figure out Monday through Sunday what's going on that week. And what I do with my meal plans is I plan out my main meal of the day. So that is the one generally in the evening, when my husband gets home from work, or before, or just after the activities, whatever it happens to be, whatever day it is. So that's what I usually plan here, and I'm going to explain what I do with breakfasts and lunches and snacks in a second. So first thing I do though is I look at what's happening this week. So for those of you that think that I have no clue what it's like to be busy, and trust me, I know. So I really have to look at that so that I can determine, okay, what kind of meal can I make that day? Do I need my slow cooker or my crock pot? Is there something that I can put in the oven? Is there something that we can throw on the grill? That's the first thing I do, how I look at the week. And then I think about what I have on hand, and then I figure it out. So I know on Monday I need a slow cooker meal just because my day looks like this. So in order to do that, I'm going to do a spaghetti with meat sauce. That way the meat sauce goes in the slow cooker, and then when my husband gets home or my daughter gets home, they're able to throw pasta in the pot for 12 minutes, cook the pasta, and then mix it with the meat sauce, and they're ready to go without worrying too much about me. Then, the next day it's baked chicken and vegetables. The kids and my husband are eating potatoes and rice. I may just have vegetables. Next day, pork loin and vegetables. That's the day I'll do the crock pot. Thursday, tacos. Okay, so you can still do all this stuff. Homemade pizzas on Friday. Yes, absolutely, you can have pizzas. Sometimes what we'll do is pita pizzas, or I'll do just the homemade crust, and then we'll do individuals. So everybody puts on it what they want. So if the kids want their big pep and cheese pizzas, they can have that, where I can do a little bit of sauce, pizza sauce. Maybe I can put on some spicy chicken and a little tiny bit of cheese with loads of veggies. So we can each make our own, and that way everybody is happy. So you can still enjoy that. So for those of you that like those pizza nights on Friday night, this is a great way to do it. Okay, so I hope that gives you an idea. The chili would be in the slow cooker on the ski day, of course. When we get home, it's done. And then, Sunday we can do some grilled vegetables. They can do steak and vegetables and potatoes, and I'll probably do like a veggie kebab or something like that for myself. Okay, so that's how I plan out my week that way, using the stuff that's in my freezer. Okay, so I have that. Then I have my staples. This is what we have. For breakfasts, we have eggs, we have bacon, I have chopped vegetables because I do a lot of omelets. We do French toast, we do English muffins, we do bagels, oatmeal, avocado, fruit, cilantro, spinach, and greens. That's kind of my staples that I need for my breakfasts. My lunches, 9 times out of 10, are leftovers from the day before. They either go in my kids' lunch bags or their thermoses. We do sandwiches, we do wraps, that sort of thing. So there's my staples for lunch. And making extra in the evening and using the leftovers for meal the next day is not only a fantastic way of sticking to the program, but it is an absolutely phenomenal way of saving yourself time and money. Okay, so leftovers, really, really important. If you're not a big fan of leftovers, try some foods that you may enjoy having as leftovers. And then we have our snacks. I have almonds, we have nut butter, fruit, veggies, granola bars, energy bites, hummus, soup, chili. In my chili, I'll use a snacks, stuffed mushrooms, deviled eggs, smoothies, and yogurts. Okay, so that's kind of what I use for snacks on a regular basis. Okay, I'm thinking about my staples here. So now I get to the next part, and I know this sounds like a lot of work, but I promise you, once you get started, and once you realize that once you plan it out and organize and grocery shop, just how easy it is, taking the 20 to 30 minutes to do this is not that big of a deal. It's actually quite helpful to save you so much time throughout the week. So what I do now is I will write down every single ingredient I need for that recipe. So for the spaghetti, I need hamburger meat, I need pasta sauce, I need chopped vegetables, onions, peppers, zucchini, and olive oil. For my baked chicken and vegetables, I need chicken, I need some breadcrumbs, I need potato, turnip, carrots, greens, cabbage, that sort of thing. So that's what I do for every single day is I will write out all the ingredients that I need. Then I go to my fridge or my pantry and I start crossing things off. So I don't just write down the ingredients that I need, that I know I need to go buy. I will physically write down every single ingredient because inevitably, when you think you have it, that's the time when you won't, and you won't have it on hand. So definitely write it all down, then go to your fridge and pantry and start looking at what do you already have and start crossing it off. So I know I have hamburger meat in my fridge, so I will cross that off. I know I have chopped vegetables. I say, okay, yep, and I have olive oil. Perfect, I have that here. So I will start crossing things off. Now I'm just doing this on my computer. Normally I would just do this with a pen, right? So here I know I have chicken. I can cross off my chicken. I have bread, so I can make some breadcrumbs. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going through and I'm crossing off all the things that I know I already have. Then I start my list. So I have my shopping list. What's on my list already, and this usually stays on my list, is the things that are on all of my staples that I have every week or every couple of weeks that I know I need to have in my house. So I know I need to have usually 2 flats of eggs. Take me about a week and a half to go through. We eat a lot of eggs here. I know I need oats, bacon, my frozen vegetables, avocado bread, English muffins, maple syrup, bagels, apple, banana, peaches, plums, berries, cilantro, spinach, mixed greens, and some other fruit. I always put other fruit to give me a little bit of leeway so that if I go to the store and there's, a fruit that's on sale, that I can pick up a few more. My lunches, I need breads, wraps, mayos, mustard, tomato, lettuce, and some sort of sliced cheese. My snacks, I know I need yogurt, peanut butter, almonds, almond milk, granola bars, baby carrots, cucumber, hummus, mushrooms, a specialty cheese. That's always a treat for myself. And then, of course, my Baby Bell. Okay, so that kind of stays on my shopping list because those are the things I know that I get every week or every couple of weeks, and I need to have those in stock. Sometimes I'll scratch certain things off, but they're usually on my shopping list. But what I'll do now is I'll go back to that list and I will see the things that I still need, the things that I didn't cross off. So for the first meal, I need spaghetti. I need pasta sauce. What was else that I needed? I need zucchini. Spelling that right? So I'll go through and I'll do all of that. One thing I didn't put in my lunches is I usually have my full barbecue chicken. Right? So this is where I put in all of my things that I normally need. And then I'll go in and I'll put all the things that I need for my meals. Okay? And then you have your shopping list. So whether you've done 1 week of planning or 2 weeks of planning, you have your shopping list. Okay, sometimes, yes, on the second week, I will run back to the store to get a little bit of produce, especially like spinach or lettuces that tend to wilt really fast. I don't want to buy too much of that, but it's amazing what you can do. Sometimes I'll freeze a little bit, and then I'll think about that also. If I'm going to do a full 2 week of planning, I will think about what the second week may look like, where I may do more frozen vegetables, or I know that things will run out, or that sort of thing. So I do keep that in mind when I'm shopping for 2 weeks at a time. So there you have it. I hope that was helpful for you. I know showing it online, it seems a little bit tedious. A lot of times what I do with this is I just write this all in a notebook. I cross things off, I circle things, I create a list, and that's what I go with. So don't feel like you have to do it all online. But if you're a computer person, then by all means, do this online for sure. And if you're still interested in that PDF download with the sheets on how to do this, then just click on the link below in the description, enter in your name and email address, and you will get that right away. So please stay healthy, stay safe, do what you can to love your family, love yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for help, okay? There's people out there, we love each other, and let's spread as much love as we can. So take care, everyone, and I can't wait to see you again soon.